Tom Anderson back with you in Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth, and we are ready to start game two already. I just got everything entered in my book, and the umpire said, let's get it rolling here. So we're going to take a quick look at the Traders Market starting lineup for Sioux Falls East. It'll be Cale Meyer, Ethan Canetto, Colin Lunders, Caleb Booman, Jade Tomat, Reed Atkinson, Hudson Weebelhaus, Jack Robbins, Josiah Loban Jeffries. On the hill is Cole Jansen for post 320. We'll set the post 320 defense here in just a moment. 1-1. Cole Jansen, his 8th start, 10th appearance, 27 innings, 29 hits. Strike 2, 24 runs, 14 of those earned, 12 walks, 22 strikeouts, 8 hit by pitch, hitting .264 against him, 3.63 ERA, 1.52 whip. That one outside 2-2. Defensively for post 320, outfield stays the same with Colton Melhoff in left, Ben Hassett in center, Aiden Bird in right field. Sales and Wald on the left side, Adam Jansen and Speed stay on the right side. Colby Witt, lucky him, behind the plate for game number 2. That one just misses high, 3-2. Game time temperature for game 1 was 99. I stepped out of the press box. There's a nice breeze blowing down below. Let's see if I can let it in without getting too much wind noise in the mic. And Meyer starts off with a walk. Wind continues to blow lightly from right field, cross center field to left field. Post 320 with the game 1 win, come from behind. They were down 7-1, scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 4th to tie it up. Sioux Falls East went ahead in the top of the 6th with the run, 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th for post 320. The game winner knocked in by Ben Hassett. He also picked up the win in relief. He was our Paisanos player of the game. 14-24 now on the season for Sioux Falls East. They have lost 15 of their last 17 games, while post 320 moves to 31-11. This one fouled off. Shadows starting to move across the field now. The infield pretty much covered in shadow. Right field will really be a sun problem for the next half hour, 45 minutes probably. Meyer with a good lead at first. Stays there. Witt looked to throw down. Meyer, 9 stolen bases, caught once. Knettel, big first game, 3 singles. Went 3 for 4, and Meyer goes. Ball popped up into the outfield. That will be Hassett, and retreating to first was Meyer. So 1 down here in the top of the 1st inning. Sioux Falls East put 4 runs on the board in the 1st inning in the opening game. After Meyer grounded out, Knettel singled, a walk to Lunders. Booman singled, hit by pitch by Tomat. Atkinson singled. Booman got thrown out at home on that, and a 2-run triple by Weebelhaus. Lunders takes a look at the inside pitch, ball 1. Lunders in center field again. Had a double, a couple of walks, flew out to center field. 1 for 2 in game number 1. Myers hops off. 2-hopper to Sales, knocks it down, only plays to first, low throw, Speed can't handle it, and the runner will go to third on the throwing error. Now he thought about coming home as Speed, a little lackadaisical once he got over to the ball. Meyer decides to stay at third. Throwing error on Sales. Tough chance at third base. A hard shot, knocked it down. The low throw. Speed, even at 6'3", couldn't stretch out to it. Colby Witt signaling the defense with runners at first and third. 1 out. Walk, a fly out, and an error. Sioux Falls East in business. Caleb Booman, left-handed hitting cleanup hitter in right field here in game number 2. Pitch just misses outside. Booman single, a double, and then a ground out to second, and got called out on strikes. Cole Jansen delivers, misses high, 2-0. Jansen started the 5-5 tie game against Omaha, went 1 2/3, gave up 2 hits, a couple of runs. Foul ball makes it 2-1. Lunders at first has stolen 7 bases on the year, has not been thrown out. If they run him on a delay and try and get something going from third base. He's on his way. This one lined to right field. That's going to drop. It just died after it got by the infield. They throw to third. Missed the cutoff man. Didn't really have a play at third. Fortunately for the Stars, Booman stays at first. RBI single. And Sioux Falls East strikes first again here in the top of the first inning, game number 2. Runners at first and third. Jutamat, the left fielder, hitting .325 on the season, 120 at-bats. That leads the team. 7 doubles, a triple, knocked in 21 runs, scored 28. Back foot right on that back line of the batter's box, slightly open stance. This is low and away, ball 1. Cole Jansen, 3-2 on the season. Right-hander delivers that, misses way outside, and that will score a run. Runner was breaking for second on the stolen base attempt, so give Booman a stolen base. And Lunders, who reached on an error, and again, it was a hot shot to third. They may give him a base hit in the books. So Booman to second with the stolen base. Lunders scores the second run of the inning. Tomat stands in with a count of 2-0. Right-hander wears number 33. Started at first base the last game. Moved to left field on a pitching change. That pitch misses up. 3-0. Nate Malu got off to a tough start in the first couple innings for post .320 in the first game. And Cole Jansen struggling here a bit in the top of the first. 2 runs in. Booman stands at second. That pitch just catches the upper part of the strike zone. Strike 1. Reed Atkinson, the first baseman, on deck. This one fouled off to the right side. Count goes full. Doubleheader tomorrow against Sioux Falls West. Somebody checked the scoreboard. Looked like Post 22 defeated West in the first of their 2 games tonight. Shot to the second baseman through the wicket of the umpire. Over to first base is Jansen, and the runner Booman will move to third on the ground out to the right side. So Jansen making the play. So Atkinson will come up with 2 outs. Booman standing on third. Already 1 wild pitch here in the first inning. Witt has to knock him down, keep it in front of him. That pitch is up in the zone. Atkinson wears number 99. Playing first base. It's where he finished up the first game. Now, and pounded into the dirt. He was in the lineup as the designated hitter originally. Fly ball, deep center field. Hassett reaches back for it and makes the play. So Hassett snags a couple of them in center field, but 2 runs in here in the first inning for Sioux Falls East. They did that on the benefit of just 1 hit, an error, a walk. So 2 runs in. Inning recap brought to you by our good friends at Playmakers in the Uptown. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at DakotaDiscountRV.com. Our Traders Market batting order for post 320. Familiar one, Noah Wald leads off, Aiden Bird in the number 2 spot, Tegan Sales hitting 3rd, Max Speed 4th, Colton Milhoff in the number 5 hole, followed by Ben Hassett, Anders Lockhart at DH today, Colby Witt and Adam Jansen. Defensively for Sioux Falls, it will be Drew Tomat in left, Colin Lunders in center, Caleb Booman in right, Josiah Lubin Jeffries, who had a great game in Game 1 at third base. Cale Meyer, the shortstop, Ethan Knettel at second, Reed Atkinson at first, Jack Robbins gets the start behind the plate, and Carter Brady will be throwing for Sioux Falls East. For Brady, his 6th start, 7th appearance. He's pitched 27 in the 3rd innings, 24 hits, 28 runs, 15 of those earned. He's walked 23 in those 27 in the 3rd innings, struck out 17, hit 6 batters, 6 wild pitches. Opposition hitting just .226 against him. He's 2-2 on the year with a 3.84 ERA. And Noah Wald steps in to lead things off here in the bottom of the first with Sioux Falls East leading on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard 2-0. Carter Brady, lanky right-hander. Very slow motion, throws across his body. Post 22 had a bit of a problem with a similar pitcher a couple weeks ago, Riken from Yankton. 2-hopper to Meyer at short. High throw to first, and they do not make the tag. Atkinson thought he came down and got him. Now we're going to have a conference between the home plate umpire and the first base umpire. See if the home plate umpire had a better look at it. I think the first base umpire said he missed the tag. It looked like if he made the tag, he got it before Wald hit the bag. We're doing all this without benefit of any replay. So they will discuss and discuss some more. Want to thank all of our Post 320 sponsors for their participation. Complete HVAC, Anco Builders of Infrastructure and Communications, Stuart Martin Remax Results Real Estate Team, American Family, Davis & Associates, Nick Davis Agent, Scoopy Cow, South Dakota Mines, McKee Ford, Biersbach Equipment and Supplies, Strive Fitness, Denny Menholt Auto Group, Shields, Tadco Construction, Water Tree, Hot Tub Saunas and Water Treatment. And after the conference, Wald sits down. So goes 6-3 on the out. Good sweep tag apparently by Atkinson. Hayden Bird, the lefty, steps in against the side slinging Carter Brady. That's ball 1. Bird, 2 more walks to his resume in that first game, went 1 for 2. Scored a couple of runs. That breaking pitch misses outside. Bird now with 45 walks on the season. Second best on the team is Wald with 24. That one sweeps across the plate from the sidewinder, 2-1. Bird, then Sales. Bird rips it into right, and that will not be caught by the right fielder. A base hit by Bird on the diving attempt by Booman in right field. Shadows covering all but a little sliver in right field, right center. Booman might have been battling the sun slightly on that. It'll be Bird at first. Sales at the plate. That corkscrew batting stance. Trying to unwind one here. That one inside out to right field. That's going to bounce. And hustling to second, and not in time is Bird, who had to hold up on the fly ball to right. So Booman makes up for the play on the unusual 9-6 fielder's choice. So Bird really no man's land because that ball was so shallow. Should Booman have caught it and he got too far off first, it was an easy double play. Bird just missed getting into second. Good throw by Booman, right on target. Speed at the plate with 2 down. He insides out this one. And that is in no man's land, and that will fall fair. Rounding second and going into third is Sales, who is running on contact. So that sidewinding style has handcuffed a couple of the 320 hitters. Speed gets his to land, as did Sales, actually. They just got the force at second. So 2 out, runners at first and third. Melhoff delivered the game-tying double in game 1. Speed at first, holds tight there. Swing through by Melhoff. Speed, the team leader in stolen bases now with 15, has not been caught. Just short of that infield cutout. Look by Brady over. Speed on his way down, and they will not throw down. Stolen base by Speed. That is number 16 now on the year. Sales sitting at number 2 with 12. Bird with 11, the 3 in double figures for post 320. Now with 2 outs, Melhoff a chance to do some damage and tie things up. That pitch sweeps across the upper part of the strike zone. Called ball 2. Carter Brady out of the stretch. That'll be 2-2 now. Deuce is truly wild. Number 2 at bat, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, 2-0 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Sioux Falls East trying to hold on to that lead. Melhoff through the hole. Yes, it's through the hole. Speed will score. Rounding third. Well, here comes the play, and he'll score standing up. The ball bounces over the head of the catcher, Robbins, and that allows Melhoff to advance to second. 2 runs knocked in. It was closer at home than I thought it was going to be. Speed has a motor from second. Balls are just kind of dying when they hit that outfield, so it didn't go quite as deep. And a good charge by Tomat. His throw just slightly off, and then I think Robbins might have been, his sightline interfered a bit as Speed came across the plate. The error allows Melhoff to advance to second. 2 runs in. We are tied at 2 apiece here at the bottom of the first inning. And Ben Hassett, who drove in the winning run to give himself the win on the mound in game 1, has a chance to put the Stars on top here in the bottom of the first. Takes a look at a strike on the outside part of the plate as he hits from the left-handed batter's box against the right-handed slinging Carter Brady. Oh, 0-2 now. 3 hits in the inning for the Stars. This one put into center field. Melhoff will round, and he will score easily. The ball gets away from the center fielder, and Hassett never really stopped going. He will advance to second on another error by Sioux Falls.
Number 13, Anders Lockhart.
Anders Lockhart hitting out of the DH spot. Hitting .268 on the season, driven in 12. Chance to go to a baker's dozen and put the Stars up by a deuce. 2 outs, bottom of the first. That one misses way outside. It's 1-0. Lockhart did a good job in relief. Went 3 innings. Just ran out of gas, loaded up the bases. Hassett came in. Gave up just 1 run on the sacrifice fly. Then closed it out after he had the go-ahead base hit. 1-1 the count now on Lockhart. Runner at second is Hassett. That one just missed outside, 2-1. Tough calls for the umpire when you have somebody who throws across their body like that. Especially those pitches on the outside, because they almost had to cross the plane, and Lockhart gets hit. So Lockhart to first, Hassett stays at second. Colby Witt will step in with 2 outs. We have a quick conference on the mound here. We appreciate the sponsorship of our webcast sponsors, sponsoring not only Post 320, but also the Rapid City War Eagles. We'll be on the road in Colorado Springs. It looks like my computer and camera worked okay, considering they were left unattended. So we'll see if it all works out on Saturday when we travel down there. I hope so. It's 8 hours down, 8 hours back. But our webcast sponsors include Playmakers, Sports Cards, Memorabilia, and Gaming, located in the Uptown Rapid Mall, and J.C. Pennywing, Mike's Auto Sales, home of the 3-month, 3,000-mile U-Matter guarantee. Dakota Discount RV with 2 locations in Somerset and in Rapid City. Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall, open weekends 10 to 5, Friday and Saturdays, Sunday 10 to 4, Paisanos Paquia, just down the road at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. And come and see me at my store, Soundbites Vintage, your entertainment destination. We are in Traders Market. Off the fist, easy roller to first base, and that is the first inning for Post 320. But they get 3 runs to answer the 2 that Sioux Falls East had in the top of the first. They did that on the strength of 4 hits in the inning. 2 left standing. That recap brought to you by Playmakers. We'll be back with the top of the second. This is Post 320 Baseball from Pete Lean. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Here we go to the top of the second inning from Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. 3-2 lead after 1. The Stars on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. The Traders Market batting order for Sioux Falls East here in the top of the second will be Hudson Weeblehouse at the designated hitter spot. Jack Robbins, the catcher. Josiah Lobens Jeffries, the number 9 hitter. So 7, 8, and 9 coming up. They put 2 runs across in the first inning, a walk, fly out to center, an error, or a base hit to third base. Base hit by Booman. And a couple of outs to end the inning. Booman knocked in a run. Run scored on a wild pitch.
Designated hitter, number 8, Hudson Weeblehouse.
So Weeblehouse in game number 1, triple, a fly out to center, and a couple of walks. Triple knocked in 2 of the 4 runs in the first inning. Cole Jansen. A little bit of a struggle in inning number 1, looking to get his feet under him here in inning number 2, misses high, 1-0. Jansen with his 8th start of the year. That's 3rd on the team. Actually tied for 2nd with Lockhart, who also has 8. 2-0 the count to the designated hitter, Hudson Weeblehouse. That one misses inside, ball 3. Jansen started the game with a walk of the leadoff hitter, Meyer, who came around to score. Trying to keep the bases clean, but misses inside. 4 straight balls go to Weeblehouse, advancing to first. With 2 games tonight, 2 games tomorrow to close out the season. We'll see how long Coach Mike Jansen allows some of these pitchers to go. Imagine we'll see Eschmeyer on the hill tomorrow against Sioux Falls West. Number 2 in the power points behind post 22. Pitch misses high. That's 5 straight pitches out of the strike zone now. That's going to bring a visit from the mound. At one time I had all these sheets in order. There it is. So with the power points, it's post 22 at number 1, 8-2 with their win over Sioux Falls West. Sioux Falls West drops to 17-5. The number 2 spot. Then Brandon Valley Yankton post 320 sits at the number 5 spot. Then Brookings Pier, Harrisburg, and Watertown and Renner round out the top 10. Mitchell, Sioux Falls East, Spearfish, Aberdeen, and Huron complete the numbers there. Post 22, because they are the state tourney host, automatically qualify, so they will not have to play through the regionals. Jack Robbins did not play in game 1. His first at bat of the night. Field entirely in shadows. The lights are on. First pitch to cross the plate this inning puts the count at 1-1. Squaring to bunt is Robbins. Throw down to second in time. Got him! Wick guns another one. His second pick of the night. Again, a late break at first off the bunt attempt. Now Robbins with nobody aboard in a 2-1 count. Jansen pitches out of the stretch with nobody on. Squeezes them inside, 3-1. Three-one delivery is over the head of the hitter Robbins. So back-to-back walks. Bring the number 9 hitter Josiah Lieben Jeffries, third baseman.
Third baseman, number 14, Josiah Logan Jeffries.
In the courtesy runner will be Cooper Wassman. So 1 on, 1 out, top of the second inning. Just checking the temperature. It's still 90. Although that breeze has cooled it off a little bit with the sun going down. It should get a little bit better. Still feels like it's about 110 up here. First pitch missed for a ball. Short lead at first for Wassman. That pitch in tight and over the head of Loeb and Jeffries. 2-0. Cole Jansen having some problems finding the zone here in the top of the second. That one just missed high and outside, 3-0. So if my fingers are right, 11 balls, 1 strike here in the inning. And that one misses up. 3 straight walks. Fortunately, the throw out by Witt of the attempted steal by Wiebelhaus puts 1 gone here in the inning. Coach Mike Jansen's going to come out and have a visit. Bullpen getting ready. Oh, they're going to call him in. Looks like they were just going down to warm up. And that's going to be it for Cole Jansen. And let's take a look. Find my roster here again. I think it's... Is that Lockhart coming in again?
Lockhart's coming in, play third.
Yeah.
Tegan's going to pitch.
So we'll take a break while they make their change. We'll get all your defensive changes made and be back with more Post 320 baseball from Pete. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Tom Anderson back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. Tegan Sales will come in from third base to pitch. He's not allowed an earned run yet this year. Lockhart will move to third base.
At plate, number 1, K.O. Meyer.
And with runners at first and second and nobody out here, or 1 out rather,
In the second inning, I'm going to have
here in the top of the second. Tegan Sales be pitching to the number 1 hitter, Cale Meyer. That pitch misses up and away, ball 1. Tegan Sales, his 4th appearance. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings, given up 3 hits, 4 runs, none of those earned. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, hitting 167. This one popped up to the right side. Speed, looking for room. Witt's over there, and Witt overruns it. Post 320, looking for some help from the umpires, maybe with interference on the Sioux Falls players. Looks like Speed had a beat on it, and then Witt at the last moment. Now Coach Mike Jansen's going to come out and have a visit. So you had the hitter that's on deck did not move as Speed and Witt both were there. Witt just overran the ball. He had a play on it. But he was also running out of real estate. So we'll have another conference. We had one to start the bottom of the first inning. They decided that the tag was made on Noah Wald. So Tegan Sales, I believe, pitched in the tournament this past weekend. In the 5-5 tie against Omaha Electric, he went an inning, gave up no hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 1. So the runner on second is Robbins, who reached on a walk. Loban Jeffries, who reached on a walk. Home plate umpire and Mike Jansen are going to have a little conversation. We saw a play in a game earlier this year where they called an opposing batter out because the first base coach didn't move out of the way. So Coach Mike Jansen says, okay, we're done talking about it. Let's get the game moving on. Aces across the board. Number 1 at bat, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We don't see that very often. Aces wild on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. 3-2 lead for the Stars. Top of the second, and Sioux Falls East runners at first and second. Tegan Sales on in relief, gets a foul ball back, 1-2. Kale Meyer walked and scored in the first inning. 3 straight walks to start this inning by the starter Cole Jansen. That was enough. Colby Witt threw out. Wiebelhaus trying to steal second. That eliminated one of the hitters. That pitch misses, 2-2. Sales in his 4 1/3 innings has walked 3, struck out 5. Delivers here, misses outside. The ball rolls away from Witt, but hustles after it. Robbins stays at second. Actually, it's not Robbins, it's a pinch runner that is out there for them at the moment. That is Wassman. Full count, 1 gone. Top of the second. Sales delivers, the ball fouled away. Speed and Witt give chase, and that time Ethan Knettel ran out of the way, all the way to the backstop. He wasn't going to be part of a discussion the second time around. So we'll stay at full count. Tegan Sales will walk back to the mound. Not had a lot of work this year, but he's been effective when he's been out there. Spent some time behind the plate, usually splitting doubleheader catching duties with Witt, but the last couple doubleheaders, Witt's done full-time duty there. That misses outside, so Sales walks the bases loaded. 4 straight walks to start this inning. And that will cause Coach Mike Jansen to lose a few hairs, and the ones he have turn a little more gray. I don't know if he has gray hair. After 4 straight walks, that'll do it to you, though. Ground ball, hard shot, second base, flip it to short to first. Speed with the stretch, and got him. Right it up, 4, 6, 3, and 320 returns the favor to Sioux Falls East, who pulled off a couple of double plays to close out the second and third innings in the first game. No runs, no hits, 3 left aboard, 4 walks in the inning. A throw out at second and the double play, a couple of big defensive plays. We're back with the bottom of the second inning when we return to Pete Lean Field and post 320 baseball. That inning recap brought to you by Playmakers.
Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Paisanos Pachillas, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast.
Going to the bottom of the second, our traders market batting order for post 320 will be the number 9 hitter Adam Jansen, then roll back to the top of the order with Noah Wald and Aiden Bird. Post 320 with the 3-2 lead entering the bottom of the second on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Thank you so much for tuning in to Post 320 Baseball tonight on YouTube. We'll have a doubleheader for you tomorrow as well. First pitch right around 11. We should be on at about 10:45. And the off-speed pitch fools Jansen. Carter Brady gave up 3 runs in the first. Couple of errors by his defense. That's pounded foul into the ground. He hit a batter. An unusual force play at second. Fielder's choice reached by Tegan Sales on a 9-6 put out at second. Jansen takes a look at a pitch way outside. Jansen, 373 on the year. He's moved his average up considerably. Not a bad hitter to have in the number 9 slot. Fouls that one away down the third baseline, 1-2. 75 at bats, 4 doubles, a triple. He's knocked in 23 runs, reached 11 times on a walk, has 5 stolen bases. Steps away from that inside pitch, and looper out to left field. Handled easily out there by Tomat.
Next batter, number 5, Noah Wall.
Jansen looked like he was trying to get out of the way of the inside pitch, and then he saw it was breaking in off 1 foot, gave it a pretty good ride to left field. But nothing is really carrying out here. Seems to be some very thick air with the high heat. That's pounded into the ground by Wald. Strike 1. The territory in the batter's box is around home plate, getting a workout here in these 2 games. The 0-1 pitch from Brady over the head into the backstop. Even the count at 1 apiece. Seen several pitches from both sides go sailing over the batting helmets of the hitters. That one catches the outside, 1-2. There's a Yankton pitcher, Riken, who kind of threw that sidearm style. Not as dramatic as Brady, who hits Wald. So Wald to first. He has reached first base on hit by pitches now 9 times on the season. Aiden Bird singled. And then when Sales got what looked like should have been a base hit to right field, it fell in front of the right fielder, but because it was so shallow, Bird started to go back to first. This is inside out, center field, and on the run, the play is made out there by Lunders. 2 out.
Next batter, number 3,
So Sales lost a base hit in that first inning because they forced Bird out at second. No different than if it was a infield fielder's choice. So he is 0 for 1, but scored after reaching on that fielder's choice to throw to first, and that was really close. Wald, by his fingernails, makes it back. Got a good lead, just a half step short of that infield cutout. Carter Brady, a slow move to first. There goes Wald, and it's fouled away. First game, we saw a very quick slide step by the starter, Madsen. So the Stars really never got anything going as far as their running game. Speed had a steal. I'm sorry, he did not. He had a steal in this game. Bird had the steal last game. Wald kind of double clutched.
Really?
And Sales takes that pitch at the knees for strike 2. 0-2, 2 out. 0-2, see if they run Wald with the 0-2 count. He goes. Sales looks at the pitch outside. The throw down. Not in time. Head first slide by Wald. It's a good throw by Robbins. Kind of a low pitch. The shortstop didn't handle the ball cleanly, but Wald in ahead of the throw. For Wald, he's now in double digits with steals at 10. Brady slings that one outside. 2-2. 2 outs. Bottom of 2. Sales close up that stance a little bit here. That one outside and to the fence. So the stolen base and now the wild pitch puts Wald at third with 2 outs. We saw that story in the first game as well. Three and 2. Brady with the delivery. Chopped to short. Myers snags it, throws to first. Side is retired. So hit by pitch, and Wald gets stranded at third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and that one left aboard. At the end of 2 innings, it's 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors for Sioux Falls East. 3, 5, and 1 for the Stars, brought to you by Playmakers in the Uptown Mall.
At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com.
There was a kid named David Mraz last year. He was known for taking
Tom Anderson back to the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. The Traders mark a batting lineup for Sioux Falls East post 15. Either 3, 4, and 5 hitters. That's Colin Lunders, Caleb Booman, and Jay Tomat. 2 runs in the first for Sioux Falls East, 3 in the first for post 320. Zeros up on the board for each team in the second. And Tegan Sales came on in relief. Walked the leadoff hitter, Meyer, but got the 4-6-3 double play to get out of the inning. Lunders ducks out of the way of an inside breaking pitch, a ball and no strikes. Top of 3. Come from behind win in game 1 for post 320. That's fouled out. A play to the right side, 1-1. 7 runs in the first 2 innings for Sioux Falls East. They scored just 1 more. That put them ahead in the 6th inning. 6-run 4th for post 320. They put up 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th to take the lead. Colton Melhoff and Ben Hassett coming up with big hits there. Hassett in relief picked up the win. He was our Paisanos player of the game. Stay with us at the conclusion of this game. We'll name another Paisanos player of the game, sponsored by Paisanos, just down the road on Canyon Lake Drive. Dine in or carry out. If you haven't had Paisanos, you haven't had pizza. We have it. Lots. Good stuff. 2-2 the count. First batter up here in the top of the 3rd is the number 3 hitter, Lunders. That one
nice pitch.
missed outside, 3-2. So the count is full. Sales misses way outside. So Lunders will trot down to first. That is 5 walks in the last 2 innings, plus 1 to lead off the game. 6 walks for post 320 pitchers here through the first 2 and 1 batter in the 3rd. Caleb Booman singled, knocked in a run. From the left side, Takes the first pitch on the outside corner, strike one. Booman, the only 3 home runs hit so far for Sioux Falls East. He's hitting 198 coming into tonight's action. 5 doubles and a triple to go along with those 3 home runs. He blasts this one deep to right field, and that one is going to sail. So Booman, now with 4 home runs. It had been a while since he had hit one. He had 3 when I listened to the broadcast in that game against Yankton, and that's been 3 or 4 weeks ago. So Booman with the 2-run home run put Sioux Falls East back on top. That was a no-doubter just to the right of the scoreboard. Great reception by Sioux Falls East. Booman gets the big boom as they all explode up in the air. So the 2-run blast puts Sioux Falls East up 4-3 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard, and Tomat at the plate. Grounded out 4-3 in the first inning. Moved Booman over to third where he got stranded. That pitch inside. Tomat jumping out of the way. He'll step back in. Nobody gone. 2 hopper up the middle. And Tomat on base. He's rounding. He's going to second. And he is in ahead of the throw. Great hustle by Tomat. Give him a double. Never stopped running. That was just heads up. He had the play in front of him so he could see where Hassett was. He felt he had the momentum going in. I love that kind of a play. Make the defense make the play. Hassett had to have had a perfect throw to get him, and that throw had to be handled by the player at the bag. I believe that's second baseman Jansen covering. So now Tomat at second. Got thrown out trying to steal third. It's a heads-up play by Lockhart. This one into right field. I thought that was fouled back to the fence. Play at the plate. Witt. I don't think Witt saw the ball coming in, or he thought it was going to get cut off. But I don't think he ever saw it until it hit in front of him. Great backup by Sales to keep Atkinson at first, but the RBI, that's 3 runs plated here in the third inning. It's a 5-3 lead. We have a conference on the mound. We'll be back with more 320 baseball here from Pete Lee.
Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches. And don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4.
Well, that run was all the speed and savvy of Jude Tomat, taking the extra base on his hit and then busting hard from second and getting it ahead of the throw, which was up the line and past Witt. So Tomat scores the third run of the inning. It's now 5-3 lead for Sioux Falls East on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard here in the top of the third inning. Runner on first. That pitch misses inside. 1-1. Hudson Wiebelhaus at the plate. Atkinson at first. That just missed outside. 2-1. Must be the heat. That hit by Atkinson, I thought he fouled back to the backstop. And next thing I know, it's in right field. Sales delivers, misses outside. So he's pitched effectively in his 4 previous appearances. 3 previous appearances. This is his 4th. 4 1/3 innings. And that one missed upstairs, or no?
Oh, come on.
So for Sales, that is walk number 3. No outs still in the inning. Walked 1 when he first came on in relief last inning. Got bailed out on the 4-6-3 double play. A walk, 2-run homer, a double, a single, and a walk. Runners at first and second. With nobody out, top of the 3rd, and a 5-3 lead for Sioux Falls East on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Jack Robbins at the plate, swings through the fastball, strike 1. Walked, got stranded at 3rd his first time up. Does not have a hit in 20 at-bats this year, now 21. Turns to bunt, misses the attempt outside, and the runners hold at first and second. So 0-2, and 0 for 21 on the year. I would turn and bunt him again. He swings away and he rifles it into left field for his first hit of the year. And that's going to, they'll hold the runner at 3rd. That's why I'm up here and not down there. Jack Robinson says, "Take that, Mr. Announcer Man." 4 runs in the inning now, 6-3 lead for Sioux Falls East. The double by Robbins scores Atkinson from second. Weeblehouse stops at 3rd.
Base batter, number 14, Josiah.
Melhoff did a good job of cutting that off and going deeper in the outfield.
Yeah, he's good.
Now with no outs, we'll see if they turn Jeffries.
Oh, Lakin. He's tall too.
He's under 200 on the season. 2nd and 3rd, they'll let him swing away. That gets back to the backstop. It hit, looked like it was going to come right back to Witt. Instead, it bounced straight up in the air. And on the wild pitch, Weeblehouse scores. Robbins, courtesy runner, moves to 3rd. Didn't see who they brought in, but I'm assuming that it may be, find him again, Wassman again. I think Witt and Sales not necessarily on the same page on that pitch. So another run crosses. That's 5 now in the inning and still nobody out. Sales drops that one in for strike 1. Loeb and Jeffries. Just 125 coming into the doubleheader tonight. That pitch misses down and in. Jeffries 0 for 3 in the first game with a walk. Walked in his first at bat here last inning. Sales hits the upper part of the strike zone on the outside corner, 2-2. Back to the top of the order. This is the number 9 hitter. Oh, shot just about took Sales' head off. So the bottom of the order comes through for Sioux Falls East. Robbins strokes a double. And Loeb Jeffries smokes a line drive right up the middle. Sales is going to have to check the seam on his cap because that looked like that was blazing. And Sales will sit. They're not even going to move him to 3rd. So we have a pitching change, and we'll be back with more post 320 baseball, see if they can put a stop to this rally by Sioux Falls East. Here at Pete.
Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime, and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast.
Will take place at the top of the 6.
So it'll be Adam Jansen coming in relief of Tegan Sales. Cole Jansen closed out his book at 1 1/3 innings, a hit, 2 runs. Neither of those were earned. 4 walks, no strikeouts for Tegan Sales. He is still responsible for the runner at first. He gave up the home run, the double. 5 hits in 2/3 of an inning as we have no outs here still in the top of the 3rd inning. 6 runs across the plate here in the inning. All charged to Sales. All those runs will be earned. So 2 1/3, 5 hits. Still has a runner at first that he's responsible for. He walked 3, no strikeouts. So that'll blow up your numbers when you only had 4 1/3 innings coming in. So Adam Jansen, his 8th appearance. He's had 1 start, 10 1/3 innings, 12 hits, 9 runs, 5 of those earned, walked 3, struck out 6, 286 batting average against, a 1-1 record, 3.39 ERA. And Jansen out of the stretch with Lubin Jeffries at first. The first pitch misses outside. Witt on a day when they started the first game at 99 degrees, and it was still 90 degrees here when game 2 started. He's catching both ends of the doubleheader, and his pitchers are making him work hard behind the plate. He will sleep good tonight, and an early start tomorrow at 11 o'clock against Sioux Falls West. Top of the order, Cale Meyer. Thought about it, took it instead, 1-1. Meyer, a 306 hitter. Lobin Jeffries at first has a couple of steals on the year. Short lead. Another pitch outside, 2-1. Jansen, 3 walks in 10 1/3 innings, catches the outside part of the plate there, 2-2. Jansen did not take the hill in the tournament this weekend. Breaking ball just missed outside. Count goes full.
What? Full.
Pitchers for 320 need some radar to find the strike zone here in the second game. That one fouled off, and that was probably ball 4. Myers keeps it alive. Seven walks in the game so far for post 320. Full count, nobody out, and that one misses inside, ball 4. So Myers, for the 3rd time this game, is aboard via the walk. Lobin Jeffries moves to second. Ethan Knettel flew out to center, hit into that beautiful 4-6-3 double play that ended the second with the bases loaded. All via walk. Knettel 0 for 2 after he went 3 for 4 in the first game. Open stance from the right side, rests the bat on the shoulder, takes a look at a pitch inside, ball 1. Coach Mike Jansen aging days by the minutes. That just misses down and away. 2-0. A couple of big hits by the 8 and 9 hitters. And that time Jansen just really overthrew it. Misses outside 3-0. See the extra little juice on it. He just pulled it to the outside part of the plate. So now Knettel, see if he's taking. And that one just caught the outside. 3-1. Knettel can afford to be choosy right now. And that one, again, just catches the outside part of the plate. 3-2. Another full count. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Loeb and Jeffries at second. Myers at first. Count will hold at 3-2. Jansen, just 3 walks in his 10 innings. That's pretty decent control. Foul ball back to the fence. We'll do it again. Still nobody out, and this is the ninth hitter to come to the plate this inning. 6 runs across. That one is popped up to the infield. That should be an infield fly. First and second, that should be an infield fly. Apparently not. I'll have to go look up the infield fly rule again. So another one of the stranger base hits. You'll see the 10th player to come to the plate here in the top of the 3rd inning. Number 3 hitter, Colin Lunders, swings through the first pitch.
Next batter, number 11, Colin Lunders.
Lunders 0 for 1 and a walk. Reached on an error. He has crossed the plate 2 times so far here tonight.
Really wasn't an infield fly because it had
Well, and nobody was camped underneath it.
What?
Second baseman couldn't see it. Nobody, you got to be kind of camped underneath it for it to be called infield fly. Basically, it's a guaranteed catch.
Apparently it's under.
Guaranteed catch that you could. The reason is
2-1 delivery. This is lined into the gap in left center. That's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. That's going to score 3. And rounding the bag and coming into third, head first, and that is a triple for Colin Lunders, and the wheels have come completely off here for post 320 in the top of the 3rd inning. 9 runs in. 11-3 lead for Sioux Falls East here on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. And still nobody out. Caleb Booman, who sent one over the wall as the second hitter in this inning, back at the plate. He hit that home run off of Tegan Sales. Sales' last run that he's responsible for crossed. Here's a shot into left center field. Milhoff giving chase. Milhoff cannot come up with the catch. And Booman is going to come in. That's back-to-back triples for Sioux Falls East. That was high and deep. 415 to left center. So he hit that one nearly 400 feet. Milhoff couldn't get to it. 10 runs in the inning. So the Stars, after 1, led it 3-2. Going into this inning, they still had that lead. Mott doubled and scored this inning. Lifts a fly into right field. That'll be played there. The runner from third is booming, and he will score on the sacrifice fly. I think Mott had a sacrifice fly in the first game. He did. That actually drove in the go-ahead run for them in the top of the sixth. This one to right field. So back-to-back triples. Sacrifice fly clears the base. That's the first out of the inning. Atkinson singled, knocked in a run, scored a run. He was the fourth hitter up this inning. Takes a look at a strike. 0-1. So after the big come from behind win, and here's a looper out to left, Milhoff on the run, comes up with the catch. Back-to-back flyouts to the outfield. 2 retired now. This will be the 14th hitter to the plate. This is Wiebelhaus. He's walked twice, scored a run.
Next batter, number 8, Hudson Wiebelhaus.
11 runs in the inning, 13-3 lead. Takes strike 1. Post 320 was down 7-1 last game. Game back to tie it up. Holes a little deeper this game. 0-2. It was really sparked by that double by Jack Robbins, who had turned to bunt, 0-2 count, and he blasted it to left field, and the strikeout to end the inning. But boy, was the damage done. 11 runs in. Here, the top of the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. No errors and nobody left aboard. The end of 2.5, it is 13-3. It's all Sioux Falls East here in game 2 of our doubleheader. Come back to the bottom of the third and see if Post 320 can get their offense untracked here against Sioux Falls East.
Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more, tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast.
Infield fly is in place, so they can't just drop it intentionally and get a double play.
So we're just talking about the infield fly and got a pretty good explanation from one of the gentlemen up here in the press box. Because the second baseman lost the ball, didn't have a play on it. Wald had to come across to make a difficult play, and the ball dropped. The infield fly was not put in place. Now, the umpires must have been prescient to know that the second baseman was going to lose it in the lights, because normally they put that signal up pretty quickly. Max Speed will lead it off for 320 here in the bottom of the third inning. He chops it by the third baseman. Speed rounds first, and he will stay there. Quickly getting the ball back in was Tomat, and Speed is aboard with his second hit of the game. Singled, stole the base, and scored a run in the first. Now he stands at first base here in the bottom of the third with Sioux Falls East up by 10, 13-3 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Colton Milhoff singled in that 3-run first inning, drove in a couple of runs, came around to score the third run. Speed, a little bit shorter lead over there, not really holding him. Off the fist, first baseman in foul territory will make the play. I don't think I've seen this many infield pop-ups by 320 in a game all season long. In fact, in any doubleheader all season long. Looked like they were on their way when they scored 3 in the bottom of the first inning, but boy, Sioux Falls East found everything working for them, spurred by that 2-run homer by Booman, and then the double and single at the bottom of the order that kept things moving. They went back to the top of the order, walk, single, triple, triple, a sacrifice fly. That closed out the scoring. 1-0 to Hassett at the plate. He drives one deep in the night, right field, and that will be caught in deep right field by Booman. And Speed retreats to first. Hassett got a lot of it. That wind blowing a little more briskly in now from right field. On any other night, that was probably easily gone. But that air is thick with the heat tonight, and the ball is not traveling well. He put that one back nearly to the warning track into that wind. It's not a brisk wind, but it has the flag dancing on the pole out there. Swing through for strike one by Lockhart. Got hit by a pitch his first time up. That was back in the first inning, got stranded at first. This one driven to center field. Drifting back there is Lunders. Easy enough play. So after the leadoff single by Speed, a pop out to the first base, fly out to right, fly out to center. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left standing. Through 3 innings of play, it's Sioux Falls East 13-3 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Over post 320, this inning wrap-up brought to you by our friends at Playmakers in the Uptown Mall. Make sure you go online and check out all the events that they have coming up, as well as their new inventory.
Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4.
Traders Market batting order for Sioux Falls East here in the top of the 4th inning will be Jack Robbins, Josiah Lobens Jeffries, the 8 and 9 hitters, and back to the top of the order for Cale Meyer.
And who do we got leading off for Sioux Falls?
15 batters to the plate last inning. Caleb Booman made the most of it, had a 2-run homer and had a RBI triple. So he has a single, home run, and a triple. Booman. Still a lot of time to pick up that double as a hit for the cycle. Breaking pitch drops in for strike one. Adam Jansen remains on the mound for post 320. Got another one on the inside corner. 0-2. Robbins, who did not have a hit until that double. Now he strokes one down the third baseline. He's going to round first and go for second. The catcher is showing some speed, and he is out at second. So the single, and for the third time tonight, an outfield assist. They throw out Robbins trying to stretch that single into a double. But Robbins, his first 2 hits of the year, that big double last inning, knocked in a run. He came around to score a run. Feeling his oats, tried to stretch the single into a double, but Melhoff got to it quickly, and his throw right on the money. Lobens Jeffries walk in a single. Down on the count quickly, 0-2. He had just 7 hits coming into tonight. That was hit number 8, and he's called out on strikes. So Jansen, who came in relief of Tegan Sales, who relieved the starter Cole Jansen, started with a walk, a single, gave up back-to-back triples, sacrifice fly, finally got the last 2 outs of the inning. This inning got started with a single, but Robbins thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Back to the top of the order, Cale Meyer He's been up 3 times. He's walked 3 times, scored a couple of runs. High chopper, third base. The play across the way, and Sales did go to third. So Sales on the play. So kind of a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left aboard. Playmakers brings you our inning recap as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be back with more Post 320 baseball in our doubleheader tonight from Pete Lean.
Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4.
Well, Adam Jansen looked a little bit better in the 4th inning than he did coming in relief of Tegan Sales. So Sales' final numbers are in. 2/3 of an inning, 5 hits. He gave up 7 runs. All of those earned, walked 3, no strikeouts. No, back up. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 runs. Traders Market batting order for Post 320 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The number 8 hitter Colby Witt, followed by Adam Jansen, and back to the top with Noah Wald. When they took Tegan Sales out, it looked like he went to the dugout. He must have just been switching gloves. Carter Brady slinging it out there again here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Gave up the 3 runs early. Allowed a base runner in each of the last 2 innings. But pitched out of it, put zeros up on the board. That one misses outside as it crosses Colby Witt's vision. 2-0. Witt grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. That pitch just up in the zone, 3-0. Witt hitting .274. He's raised his average quite a bit. He was in the low 200s a month ago. Witt will draw the walk.
Next batter, number 14.
And let's see who they send out to run for him. I think that's going to be Eschmeyer. It will be Eschmeyer. Eschmeyer stole a base his last game running for Witt. So Witt on board with the walk. That is his 9th walk of the season.
Supposed to be 106 on Saturday. I think he got
Eschmeyer diving back.
last Saturday.
Carter Brady, his 6th start, 2-2 on the season. First pitch finds the strike zone. Adam Jansen to the shortstop. Myers to the second baseman. 6-4-3. Jansen hit in that 5-2-3 double play in the first game.
Number 5, Noah Wall.
So Eschmeyer erased on the double play. Meyer to Canettle to Atkinson. Just the way you practice it in infield practice. Noah Wald, a ground out and a hit by pitch. He had a stolen base. Drives it to left field, and that is going to just go foul. That little bit of a breeze might have been enough to push it past the chalk. So a long foul ball, strike 1. Wald, 320 on the season. 7 doubles, a triple. He has not had a home run. Seen both sluggers put one out of the yard. Speed in the first game, Booman here in the second game. Pitch outside, ball 1. For Speed, his 12th home run. For Booman, his 4th. And that is also the team total for Sioux Falls East. 2-1 as that pitch misses way outside. Carter Brady has been staked to a 10-run lead, 13-3. He just needs to put the ball over the plate and let his defense do the job. And they've done a nice job behind him. For the most part, that one is lined into left field, though. Nothing the defense could do about that. Noah Wald with 2 outs. Reaches first base. Aiden Bird will come to the plate. 1 for 2. Singled in the first. Got forced on the fly ball to right field by Sales. Fell in front of Booman. But because it was playable, Bird was stuck in no man's land. He ends up getting thrown out at second. Sales, who should have had a base hit, turns into a fielder's choice instead. Now Bird at the plate with 2 outs, trying to keep something going here for the Stars. In their 6-run fourth, they put together their rally after there were 2 outs, but they were aided by a couple of errors. Really the big misplay inning for the throw to first, and that goes into right field. But Wald, who had to dive back to the bag, doesn't take a chance. He'll stay at first with 2 outs. Bird, 8 doubles, 6 triples, 4 home runs on the year. Has driven in 41 runs. But in the last several weeks, he's been more of a walking machine. I think he had 3 or 4 games in a row where he had only 1 official at bat. That pitch just missed low, apparently. Bird had 2 walks in the first game, so he is 1 for 2 there. They need him to put the ball in play in the gap, and that is strike 1 on a 3-0 count. Bird was looking for the perfect pitch. 3-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, 13-3 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Sioux Falls East, and that is fouled off. Count goes full. Wald will be on the move at first. Right fielder playing way to right, center fielder playing towards left. Bird tends to hit the other way, but that is a huge hole out in right center field if he can pull it. This is outside, and they continue to pitch around Bird. And he's not helping him out by chasing the bad pitches. So Tegan Sales lost that base hit in the first inning, reached on the fielder's choice, came around to score, grounded out to end the second inning. Fouls that one off. I'm sure he'd like to have that pitch back. He had a good cut at it. 0-1. A lot of ground to make up for post 320 here in the second game of the doubleheader. That wind has shifted around a little bit now. Sales fouls that one off. And that dirt around home plate continues to get punished by these batters with foul balls. It looked like it shifted where it's blowing in from left, but now it's blowing back in from right again. Typical Rapid City swirling winds. The pitch into right field. That's going to score 1, and the right fielder misplays it. That's going to score 2. No, they'll hold him at third. So Booman, who came in, looked like he lost his footing a little bit, slipped down. So Wald comes around to score. Bird stops at third. The single and advancing to second on the error is Sales. So they get 1 run back here in the bottom of the 4th. Got the lead to 9, 13-4. Max Speed, 2 for 2 on the game. Had the big blast in the first game. Looks at that pitch on the outside for strike one.
He was a monster.
It went
2 outs.
BJ.
Witt walked. Jansen hit into a textbook 6-4-3 double play. Then a single walk and single brings Speed to the plate with runners at second and third. Speed, the RBI leader, came in with 54, had 3 in the first game, so he sits at 57, had a double and a 2-run homer. That one just missed outside. 2-1. Anything to the outfield should score. Sales from second. A lot of speed out there. That one way outside now, 3-1. So they'll pitch to him with first base open. And Speed fouls it off the fist down the third baseline. Count goes full. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 run in. 13-4 lead, though, for Sioux Falls East after they put up 11 in the third inning. 9-run lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Here's the pitch to Speed. And he swings through. Strike 3. 1 run across for post 320. They did it with 2 hits and a couple of walks. First walk he raced on the double play. 2 runners left aboard. Playmakers brings you our inning recap. 13-8-0. It looks like 4-8-2. Trying to read through the fence far away with my old eyes. I don't know. Maybe I can't see it very well on my screen either. That's what it looks like. We'll be back with more 320 baseball from Pete Lean.
Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4.
We go to the top of the 5th inning. Traders Market batting order for Sioux Falls East will be the number 2 hitter, Ethan Knettel. Colin Lunders, the number 3 hitter, and Caleb Booman has a single, a home run, and a triple in the game so far. 13-4 lead here in the top of the 5th for Sioux Falls East on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Tom Anderson with you in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. Adam Jansen. First pitch misses inside. So Jansen, a bit of a 1-2-3 inning.
Not supposed to do that, people. Yeah. And besides, the fireworks is
2-1 now. I say a bit of one because Robbins got a single. He got thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Then a strikeout and a ground out to third. A hot shot. And Sales can't handle it. Rounding first, threatening to go to second was Knettel. So after going 0 for 2, he's singled his last 2 times up. He was 3 for 4 in the first game. He's had a good doubleheader here on their first of 2 doubleheaders in Rapid City. They take on Post 22 tomorrow. Post 22 playing Sioux Falls West across the parking lot. West will be here tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock for a doubleheader. So we'll be out of here sometime around 11. We'll be back here tomorrow morning ready to go. Final games of the regular season for Post 320. Regions start next week. Breaking pitch just catches the outside corner. 0-2. Munders
I don't understand either.
In that 11-run fourth, came to the plate twice, walked, scored, then tripled and scored. Caleb Booman on deck. Runner at first, Knettel. 5 steals on the year. He's been caught 4 times. Witt's thrown out a couple of runners tonight. Swing and a miss, throws down to first, and just back under the tag by speed was Knettel. Trying to turn a strikeout into a pickoff at first for the double play, but Lunder sits down with the K. So Caleb Booman, he's searching for the cycle and needs a double to complete that. Jansen delivers. Booman sends it deep to right field, and Bird is there to make the play. Another deep fly. Again, that's into a wind that's picked up a little bit. It didn't stop his first home run. He just didn't get all of that one, but he gave it a ride. Long, loud fly ball out for out number 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Knettel still at first. Tomat drove in the last run of that 11-run 3rd inning with a sacrifice fly, scoring Booman from 3rd. Here's the pitch. The runner goes. Witt throws through, and boy, that was awfully close. Witt didn't get all of it. He bounced that one to the second base twice. Almost took out his pitcher. So the steal by Knettel. But Witt still almost picked him. Out of the stretch, 2 outs. This is outside 2-0. Post 320 has given up 53 steals on the year. They've either caught stealing or picked off 18 coming into tonight. Got a couple more to both those numbers. Tomat sends it center field. That is in the gap to the deepest part of the field. Tomat, who already hustled his way into a double, he's going to go for 3. Comes in hard, and he is in there. The tag must have been a little too high. Boy, you got to love the hustle of Jude Tomat. He basically manufactured the run when he got the double, because that was really just a single. He ran it into a double, then off the base hit, he rounded 3rd hard and made it at just ahead of the throw at home. So give him an RBI triple. A run across here in the 5th. They get back the run that the Stars put on the board in the 4th. Back to a 10-run lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. 14-4, Sioux Falls East. They have been in a slump. 2-15 in their last 17 games. .20 delivery, and that is fouled off. 2-1, 2 outs. Runner on 3rd, Tomat. Atkinson at the plate. That ball just rolls away from Witt.
It's 2-2 now.
Deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Number 99 at the plate. That is full count now. Missed up in the zone. Reed Atkinson. 1 for 3. That 11-run 3rd, he contributed with a single, RBI, and scored. That one misses outside. Another walk issued. That is the second walk given up by Jansen. 7 walks by Cole Jansen and Tegan Sales. Adam Jansen in relief as the 3rd pitcher for the Stars. Nobody in the bullpen. At this point, with 2 more games to play tomorrow. This may see Adam Jansen finish this one out here in the top of the 5th inning. Two out runners at first and third now. Atkinson a very short lead, and Jansen throws over there anyway. Atkinson, the only Sioux Falls player without a stolen base this year. He's only 2 steps off the bag. Off-speed pitch misses. Weebelhouse at the plate.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Open stance, holds the bat high, and looks at strike one. 1-1. Weebelhouse walked a couple of times and trying to read my scribbles. Fly ball right field in the short gap, and that is run down by Aiden Bird. Showing the speed that outfield has. So Bird with a couple of catches in right field for the inning. 1 run across, so for Sioux Falls, Washington, as they move their lead back to 10 at 14-4 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. They did that with a couple of hits. They left 2 aboard. Inning recap brought to you by Playmakers. You can find them in the Uptown Mall. Check them out online for all their latest inventory and events.
Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime, and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at mikesautosales.rc.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Traders Market batting order coming up for post 320 will be 5, 6, and 7. That's Melhoff, Hassett, and Lockhart. Bottom of the 5th, 3 innings for the Stars to make up 10 runs. They trail at 14-4. Carter Brady still on the hill. I would imagine we'll see him out there as long as he can go. He is at a pitch count right now. We'll know here in a moment. Game Changers has not brought up the inning yet. Melhoff in that 3-run first drove in a couple of runs, came around to score after his single. Pitch misses outside. Just the 3rd at bat for Melhoff so far in the game. His 3rd time through the order for post 320. 2-0 the count. Pop out to first in his 2nd at bat, so 1 for 2 for Melhoff with the run and the RBIs. Sends this one to center field. Going back and gloving it is Lunders. Lunders had him played perfectly. He's been playing towards left field for most of the hitters. He was in the right spot. Had he been playing more towards center field, he may not have gotten to that. Hassett comes up with 1 out. He's 1 for 2. Knocked in a run in the 1st inning with a single. Flew out to right his 2nd time up. Hassett, our Paisanos player of the game in game number 1. Had the game-winning hit and in relief picked up his 5th win of the season. First pitch taken for a ball. That breaking pitch way outside. Brady now at 71 pitches. At 105, you are done. You can complete the player that you are pitching to. This one shot into right field, and that is a lot of room out there. Hassett rounds first, and he will cruise into second, stop there with the double. Booman got over there very quickly.
Next batter, number 13.
So Hassett now 2 for 3. Anders Lockhart hit by a pitch, flew out to center. His 2 at-bat or plate appearances so far this evening. Lockhart, a 268 hitter. Pretty much a straight up stance, close to the plate. Looks at the pitch outside, ball 1. (14-4), 10-run deficit. Stars looking to chip away here in the bottom of the 5th. That one is fouled back to the fence, and the catch is made. That is Robbins, who was able to track the ball down. Stayed in the field to play.
Next batter, number
2 gone now.
Colby Witt.
Witt walked his last time up, grounded out to the first baseman to end the first inning. Stars led at the end of 1, 3-2. This one off the handle of the bat, and the pitcher will field that. So a pop out to the catcher, a pop out to the pitcher. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and Hassett with the double left stranded at second. Playmakers brings your inning recaps at the end of each inning throughout the season. And I'm so not used to having post 320 down by 10, the 10-run rule in effect. And that's the ball game. Sioux Falls East with the 10-run win, 14-4. So they'll pick up their 15th win of the year against 24 losses, 31-12 for post 320. We'll take a brief timeout and come back with the Soundbites Vintage post-game show when we return to Pete Lean.
Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at PlaymakersLLC.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast.
Tom Anderson back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. A rare 10-run rule against post 320. They dropped the second game of the doubleheader 14-4 after winning the first one and come from behind fashion 9-8. 15-24 now for Sioux Falls East on the season, 31-12 for post 320. This is the Soundbites Vintage post-game show. Cole Jansen started on the hill for 320, went just 1 1/3 inning, gave up a hit, 2 runs, neither of them earned. Got into trouble, though, with the walks. He had 4 walks, no strikeouts. Tegan Sales came in relief. He pitched 2/3 of an inning. That came off the double play after he walked the first batter when he came on. And then Everything broke loose for Sioux Falls East in the third inning. A walk, a two-run homer by Booman, a double, a single, a walk, a double, a single, and that chased Tegan Sales off after just two-thirds of an inning, 5 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, no strikeouts. Adam Jansen finishes out the game. 3 innings, 6 hits, gave up 5 runs. All of those earned, walked 2, struck out 3. On the hitting side of things, 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors is the line score for Post 320. For Sioux Falls, it was 14 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors. Noah Wald goes 1 for 2, scored a run, had a stolen base, got hit by a pitch. Aiden Bird also 1 for 2, had a walk. Tegan Sales went 1 for 3, lost a base hit in the first inning on an unusual play. That short fly ball to right, Booman didn't get there. Bird being at first, either he made the commitment to go to second, and if the catch was made, he gets doubled off first, or he waits to see if the catch is made. That's what he did. He got thrown out at second base. So Sales ends up 1 for 3, scored a run, had an RBI, max speed 2 for 3 with a stolen base and a run scored. Colton Melhoff was 1 for 3 with a run, a couple of RBI. Ben Hassett 2 for 3 with a double and a single, knocked in a run. Anders Lockhart 0 for 2, got hit by a pitch. Colby Witt 0 for 2 with a walk. And Adam Jansen 0 for 2. He did not get up a third time. So that is a look at the numbers for Post 320. We'll take another break, come back and name our Paisanos player of the game and wrap things up here tonight from Pete Lean Field.
Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more, tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4.
Back at Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth, a 14-4 win on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard for Sioux Falls East. They gain a split of the doubleheader. Trying to see Post 22 against Sioux Falls West. Post 22 won the first game 7-5. They currently lead Post 15 West from Sioux Falls 3-2 in the second game. Sioux Falls East will play tomorrow against Post 22 in a doubleheader starting at 11. And actually starting at 10. Our doubleheader against Sioux Falls West here for Post 320 starts tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Our Paisanos player of the game. Again, in a loss, it's always a little tougher. Couple of 2 for 3s on the hitting side, definitely not on the pitching side. So again, we flipped the coin between Max Speed and Ben Hassett. We gave it to Hassett in the first game. We'll go with Max Speed here in the second game. So Max Speed, our Paisanos player of the game, sponsored by Paisanos. They're just down the road at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. Dine in or carry out. Call them at 341-6941. Paisanos Paquia. Pizza and more. If you haven't had Paisanos, you haven't had pizza. So a come-from-behind victory in game number 1, down 7-1. The Stars put up 6 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Sioux Falls took the lead with a run in the top of the 6th. 320 answered with 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. A game-tying double by Colton Milhoff. Then he scores a winning run off the single from Ben Hassett. Ben Hassett goes 2 innings of hitless relief, walked 1, struck out 4 to earn our player of the game. So a split in the doubleheader tonight, and Post 320 wraps up their season tomorrow here against Sioux Falls West. Sioux Falls West coming in as the number 2 team in power points. They'll be the number 1 team as far as the brackets go, since Rapid City Post 22 is sitting at number 1 right now, and they are the state tourney host, so they automatically qualify. They will not have to play through the regions that start next week on Tuesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday, the regions, and the following week, the state tournament here in Rapid City at Fitzgerald Stadium. I want to thank all of our sponsors, our webcast sponsors, Playmakers, Sports Cards, Memorabilia, and Gaming. Mike's Auto Sales, Dakota Discount RV, Traders Market, Paisanos Paquia, and Soundbites Vintage. And the 320 game sponsors, including Beersbach Equipment and Supply, Strive Fitness, Denny Menholt Auto Group, Shields, Tadco Construction, Water Tree Hot Tub Saunas and Water Treatment, Scoopy Cow, South Dakota Mines, and McKee Ford, American Family, Davis & Associates, Nick Davis Agent, Stuart Martin, Remax Results Real Estate Team, Anco Builders of Infrastructure and Communications, and Complete HVAC. Again, our final scores tonight, 9-8. 320 wins the first game, 14-4 in 5 innings. Sioux Falls East with the win in game number 2. The doubleheader tomorrow, Sioux Falls West here at 11 o'clock. It's Tom Anderson. Thank you for watching and listening to Post 320 Stars Baseball from Pete Lean Field on YouTube.